Hello, namaste, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm Christy Price. I'm a certified yoga therapist, and I specialize in teaching yoga therapy as well as meditation and pranayama. And today I want to discuss with you a little bit about the technique of diaphragmatic breathing. So when we breathe diaphragmatically, essentially what happens is the diaphragm, which is located at the bottom of the rib cage, will descend down into the abdomen, allowing the abdominal wall to expand. When you exhale, the diaphragm will rise back up to its neutral place at the bottom of the rib cage, and what that does is it actually pushes the air out of the lungs. So when we breathe diaphragmatically, we find that on the inhalation there's this big expansion of the abdomen, and then when we exhale, the abdomen releases back towards the spine. We also find that this is a very natural aspect for babies and children to breathe this way, but as we get older and we have responsibilities and we have more stresses in our life, we tend to begin to breathe what we would call collarbone breathing. So instead of using the diaphragm, which is the muscle primarily used for breathing properly, we instead begin to use the muscles of the chest, the muscles of the neck, and sometimes the muscles of the intercostals. But when we breathe diaphragmatically, we have a myriad of benefits. So it's almost an instant tranquilizer. It's incredibly relaxing. It allows you to release stress. It stimulates the vagus nerve, which actually turns on what's called the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the part of the nervous system that is responsible for rest and relaxation. So I would like to go ahead and guide you through a diaphragmatic breathing practice at this time. You can lie down on your mat, or if you prefer to sit, you can sit as well. But I'd like to start with placing one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. If you find that it's difficult for you to sit comfortably without being distracted by different discomforts and sensations in your body, then I would strongly recommend that you lie down on your mat. Go ahead and close your eyes. And just notice, to begin with, the fact that you're breathing. Notice how the air is cool as you breathe in, and how the air is warm as you breathe out. And we're breathing through the nose here. So inhaling through the nose, following that breath through your sinus cavity, down the back of the throat, as you feel your lungs expand. And then feeling the lungs relax, feel the warmth of the breath as it travels back up the throat, through the sinuses, and out through your nose. And to begin with right now, just begin to notice where your breath is flowing most easily. So is the hand on your chest moving more than the hand on your abdomen, or vice versa? And that can help for you to understand where the breath is flowing most easily. Now I want you to imagine that as you breathe in, that you can send the breath all the way down to the space just below the belly button. So that when you inhale, the abdomen expands like a helium balloon being blown up. The neck remains soft. The face remains soft. And as you breathe out, the abdomen relaxes back towards the spine. You want to have minimal amount of movement occurring in the chest. Practice this for several cycles of breath and begin to feel and observe how your mind settles. So all those thoughts, all those distractions that bombard our calmness and often our inner peace, we find that they can become more still by focusing on our breath, breathing slowly, and breathing deeply. Now you may be reaching the point where it feels natural for you to take a deeper inhalation. And if that is the case, go with that. Slowly allow the inhalation to deepen. And as you do that, match the exhalation to that. So you may even begin to count to yourself how long the inhale is and how long the exhale is, making the duration even. In yoga, we call this samavriti pranayama, meaning even fluctuation or even breath. Notice as you're breathing down towards the abdomen, if you can feel the breath only in the front body, or if you can also experience your breath in the side body, in the back body. So can you send the breath into the back of the rib cage, into the side of your waist? And if the breath is deep enough, you'll find that you can breathe from the bottom of the lungs up towards the top. And when you exhale in reverse order, moving from the top of the lungs down towards the bottom. And with the exhalations, allow your body to relax. Let go of thoughts. Let go of responsibilities. Relax. And begin to feel that comfortable heaviness that accompanies the exhalation. As if all the muscles are unwinding, melting. All the while, your focus remains on the breath. So that's not to say thoughts won't intrude. So if you find that your mind is no longer here in the present moment and no longer with the breath, your job is to simply acknowledge that without labeling it, without judging it. And then simply bring the awareness back to the flow of your breath. As it slowly comes in, as it slowly goes out. Now maintaining the relaxation, the clarity, the calmness that you may have found has entered your mind and your body, your spirit, your heart. Begin to bring your attention back to the room that you're in. Back to your physical body. Maybe begin to allow your fingers and toes to wiggle slightly. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Take a moment to notice how you feel. What has changed since you began this diaphragmatic breathing practice? Again, I thank you so much for joining me. I take my hands to heart center. I honor your love. I honor your light. And I say to you, Namaste. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see any specific other pranayamas or discussions or guided practices, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much. Have a good day.